guys, Bree here. So before this video starts, I just want to say that I hope you guys enjoy what you're about to hear. You guys are going to be hearing the story of how I found out about my autism. And I also want to let you guys know that you guys are all awesome and pretty cool, if you ask me, in your own way. And that's why I always encourage everyone to dare to be different, because being different is awesome. I like daring to be different too myself. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy hearing about my autism story. And I also want to say that you guys can do anything you set your mind to. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And I also want to let you guys know that you guys are not alone. Whatever you're going through in life, know that I am here, and I'm sending all my love and all my hugs your way. And I hope you guys enjoy listening to my autism story. See you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hi guys, so for this vlog, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a sit down 101, so grab your favorite drinks, grab your favorite snacks, grab a cozy blankie, and let's sit and chat. So for this video, I'm going to share my autism story. So for those that do not know, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Bree. I'm 20 years old and I live with autism. I did not find out about my autism until I was around 15 years old. But before I get into that, let's start from the very beginning. So growing up, I had a good childhood. I had, family. My family loved me lots. They showed me different ways that they loved me. I had so much fun growing up. I went on many trips with cousins growing up, going to visit different family members, and I was completely unaware that I knew I had a different ability. I'm not going to use the term disability. I like different ability better in my opinion, but anyways, so like I said, I was completely unaware that I had a different ability. I was completely unaware. I don't think it wasn't until as the grades went on, I'll say maybe like when I was in grade 2, when I was 8 years old, then I started realizing, okay, whoa, why am I different? Like, what the heck's going on? There were certain little things that I didn't realize, that other people were picking up, and I was just, not aware of it. As a kid, I washed my hands like I was full-blown OCD. I would wash my hands to the point where they would be so dried out, and I remember one time I was somewhere, I forget where I was, and my hands started bleeding a little bit because they were so dried out from overwashing them. And then another thing I used to do as a kid, I still do it sometimes to this day. I only do it when I'm anxious or nervous about something. I tend to lick my lips so much to the point where they get really red. And again, I have done it since I was little, and I do it again when I'm nervous or anxious about something. But again, that didn't really say anything in my head as a kid. Like, I just, thought, that's just what I do. I didn't think of anything else, But anyways, as the grades went on, I started noticing things were getting very challenging for me. I've always had difficulty trying to relate to peers my own age. I've always had difficulty trying to make friends when I was little. I have been bullied my entire life. As long as I can remember, I've been bullied. Hugs and love to all those that have been bullied too. Bullying is wrong. It is not cool. Sending love and hugs to all that need it. But anywho's, again, as the grades went on, I was having difficulty trying to learn. I remember when I was in grade 5, my teacher and my classmates were they would bully me, especially when it came to math class. My teacher and my classmates would start making the noise of a spinning wheel that you would hear on a game show. They would start doing that, especially this one day in math class where I kept getting the answers wrong. And they were all making fun of me, making the sound of a spinning wheel. And I was like, why are they making fun of me? Like, I'm just trying to learn like everyone else, but why are they laughing at me? I didn't like it. It made me feel like, did I do something wrong? And that went on for the rest of grade 5. That went on a lot every day. And I remember one time I went up to the board to answer this math problem, and I froze and I got really anxious and I didn't know the answer. My mind went blank. My teacher ended up calling me a liar. He called me a liar, and I just felt like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm just, why? Like, why is everyone ganging up on me kind of thing? And then after that, I ended up having to move schools because my family was moving to a different house. So I left that school. And then when I went to this new school, I only went for 1 year for grade 6. My previous school, I'd gone from kindergarten to grade 5. And then this new school was just grade 6, only the 1 year. But anywho's, I thought, oh, new school, I hope people are going to be a little bit nicer. No, my new school, things got worse. I was bullied even more. And then when I got to middle school, it got even worse. And then once high school hit, high school was when I had no friends. I had no friends in high school. I was all by myself. There was this wing at my high school. It was the English wing. English wing, where all the English classes were taught. And I remember I would cry in that wing, bawling my eyes out, reading Nicholas Sparks books and listening to my favorite band at the time, One Direction, while crying my eyes out. Like, I was literally so alone in high school. I was dealing with some stuff outside of school, and, my mental health was not in the right mindset back then. My mental health in high school was just really down the toilet. But I'll never forget this one day. I was in a classroom with a teacher, and I forget what we were doing, and then she said to me, you have autism. The minute those words came out of her mouth, I froze like a statue. I was like, what the heck did you just say? Like, can you please repeat yourself? Like, what? And for the rest of the day, I remember after I heard those words coming out of her mouth, I was like a statue. I was like, what just happened? Like, what? Because, like I said, growing up, I was unaware that I had a different ability. I have cousins that have different abilities too. My one cousin who's older than me, he also lives with autism and other different abilities. And, growing up, I knew, I was aware of my cousin's different abilities, but I never thought of myself as having a different ability too, And so I remember after I heard those words come out of the teacher's mouth, I remember I went home on the bus and I was just numb. I was numb. And I remember I walked to my grandmother's house and I literally bawled my eyes out when I walked into the house. I went straight for her bedroom and I said to her, I found out I have autism. And then she said to me, how did you know? And then I said, well, the school told me today. And I was just so frustrated. For the longest time, I held a big grudge against my family. I was so hurt. I was upset at the fact that how come no one told me about this? How come no one sat down with me and put in a way where I can explain it, that I have a different ability? But I guess maybe my family didn't know how they were going to explain it, so would I be able to understand? Or maybe they just didn't know the right words and how to put it. But yeah, like I said, I was angry with my family for the longest time. I was so angry, so hurt. Like, why would you keep this from me? And, after discovering about my autism, I tried not to talk about it as much because I was a little bit embarrassed. But it wasn't until I got into college, into this program, and it opened up my eyes that, hey, I shouldn't be embarrassed that I have a different ability. It shouldn't matter if I have a different ability or not. I am still me, and I'm still going to be, the best version of myself, And this program, in all honesty, like I said, it really opened up my eyes that, having a different ability is amazing. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with living life in a different way. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that's so beautiful, and I think that's so amazing, you know? Like, again, I don't like to use the term disability. I like different ability, and I like doing things in a different way. And that's why I always say dare to be different, because, you know, if we were all molded the same, or, you know, like, all, like, you know, molded the same and all, like, the same, and we were all, quote-unquote, normal, it'd be pretty boring if you would ask me. That's why I like to dare to be different, and I like to encourage other people to be different, because, again, being different is awesome. Being different is amazing, and being yourself is awesome too. And that's what made me really want to start doing YouTube and doing vlogs and stuff, because I want to share my story. I want to let others know that it doesn't matter what you're going through in life. I hear you. I may not have gone through what you have gone through, but you know what? I am here, and I'm sending all my love and all my hugs your way. And here on my channel, everyone is welcomed, regardless of, you know, gender or whatever. Everyone is welcome here on my channel. And that's why I really like doing YouTube, because, again, I like to share my story. And, you know, if I can just make one person smile, then that makes my heart smile too. But, yeah, so I just thought I'd share my autism story and share that, you know, what I've gone through. And, now it still blows my mind the way that I'm an author. It really does. Again, if you guys want to check out my book, it's available on both Amazon.com and Amazon.ca. I'll have the link for it in the description down below for those that are interested in getting a copy of my book. It's available in both Kindle to read on any device, or if you prefer a physical copy, that's awesome too. Whatever you prefer, whether you guys like, you know, Kindle version or paperback, it's available for both. And as for my second book, that is still going to be a secret. I can't wait to reveal more when I am done the book. Anyways, that's going to do it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my story. I really like talking to you guys. If you guys have any other topics you guys would like me to share in another sit down video, feel free to comment them down below. And as always, guys, give this video a thumbs up. Ow, if you enjoyed it, hit my hand on the table. I'm fine. For those that are asking, I'm fine. But give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as always, guys, dare to be different, because your girl dare to be different. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.